So I'm here today, guys, to show you the Jetex Racing air filter install on the 407 Coupe. Now, I did look online. There's not many companies, if any, that produce the air filter for this, so thank you for Jetex Racing for providing that for me. I'm going to throw it on the car and give you a quick guide of how you put it on and what it sounds like afterwards, inside and out of the car. So this will obviously fit the 3 litre. It's quite a rare car in itself, rare air filter. I can't quote whether this will actually fit, or guarantee this will fit, the 2.7. I don't know if they share the same airbox, so I'll have to look into that for you and put it in the comments. But this will 100% sound like the 2.7 will with the filter on. So let's get it on. So all you need is a T20 Torx bit on a nice extendable pole, spanner, etc. A lovely flathead, and if you don't want to use a flathead and you want to do it faster, it'll be a 7 or 8mm for the 2 top filter hose clips that you can't see, but you'll see them when I readjust the camera. There it is, check that out. Lovely and clean. So obviously we're not going to be here to quote and talk about the pros and cons. We know what this does, we know what this is for, so I'm going to stick it on. Obviously I'm doing it for better induction noise and because I don't want to have to keep replacing filters on every single service, which is going to be quite a lot on this engine, so let's get it in there. The next bit is to remove the torque bits. So there was one here, one there, so top and bottom corners, and then 3 down the sides. Okay guys, so first we want to loosen these 2. Like I said, they'll be 7 or 8mm, or you can release them with the flathead, like so. It is easier to do it with the socket set. Get them nice and loose. So the next thing we're going to do is remove the 3 hoses. So there's one here, just a gentle tug will do, and there's 2 down here underneath the sensor. Again, just a gentle tug, they come off. So those screws, once loose, you can put your fingers underneath them and pull them up, and they just basically hold themselves in the top of the lid. The next step is the 2 sensors. So a flathead coming in from the top, and you can just pop these out, easier said than done. So one for this intake and one for this one, which is down on the side. Obviously being a bi-turbo, it's a little bit of a fiddly airbox compared to some of the standard Peugeot ones. And then we're going to pull loose the 2 intake hoses. So they're now loose. All that's left to do is to make sure everything is out of the way as best as possible and to pull this up. Now on the rear, the wiring loom goes underneath the intake, and it's just a clip onto the top of the airbox. Up here in the top corner you want to wiggle loose. Well, I'm trying to wiggle loose. Doesn't seem to want to come off. Now once that's done, you can pile this away and get it out. Still stuck on there. There we are. So what we're going to do is take the filter out, and we're going to get a nice hoover in here and hoover this all out now. So there's a standard filter, not too dirty because it has been serviced quite recently, and there is the replacement. And there's a replacement there. Now obviously don't do what I did once, which was put the filter in with the packaging on it. Trust me, these things happen. So I want to make sure that's all clean. I'll hoover that out with the old Henry, and then we'll stick it in. Hopefully it'll be a pretty decent fit. Sometimes these kind of filters can be a bit of an odd one, but that seems to fit pretty much bang on, which is perfect. dropped a bit inside there actually. There we go. Right, hopefully this will all fit back on. So we're just going to reverse this procedure now. This bit's always a pain because of the 2 intakes. So you want to try and position the airbox over the filter before you even get any of it back in place, which is a bit of a fiddle. So my best tip for doing this is to get these hoses out of the way, because there are quite a restriction on getting this back in, so get them pushed back out of the way. Position it in place, you'll feel it drop, put the 4 screws in, or the Torx bits, in each corner, tighten them all down, then obviously do the extra one on this side. Then you can put it all back together like that. So make sure you get this lined up correctly, because it has a habit of wanting to sit up on the back if you try and put the hoses in first. So there we are guys, pretty much back in place. Not a difficult job, just a bit fiddly. And I must admit, these hoses, or the 2 intake hoses, went back on that air filter box really easy once I'd got this in place first. So we're going to jump out on the road now, and you're going to join me in the car, and I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and then we'll listen to how it sounds as well. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Make sure you get your sticker on there to remind anyone that's servicing it, or future owners, that they've got the filter on there. Put it slap bang in the middle, I think. There we are. Let's see what difference it makes and how it sounds. So guys, as I was expecting, not much more noise than standard really. There's a slight wisp of an induction noise, but that is about it. I was sort of expecting with 2 turbos that it was going to be very quiet, and it's a slight sort of undertone when you come off the throttle, but it is quite small. All I can say is pickup does feel a little bit more instantaneous. It does feel a little bit better. So we've definitely probably improved the slight pickup there. You can really feel those 2 turbos sucking through that air into the engine when you do that. So just in terms of maintenance, it's worth it for me. The sound enhancement does help. It all helps with what is a very quiet engine to make it sound that little bit more aggressive and sporty. So yeah, I'm happy with it. It feels better, and it certainly does sound that little bit better. So guys, yeah, that was a simple little video. If you want to buy that air filter for your car, the link is going to be in the description below. I bought it through Car Connoisseur, which is a UK based company, and yeah, easy to install, and I'm very happy with it. So go and get an air filter stuck on your car as soon as you can. So there we are guys, that is the end of this video. Go and get your Jetex performance air filter now. The engine sounds good, the car feels better, and it saves you having to buy numerous filters. So guys, get that now, one-off payment, sorted for life. Your car will be better and stronger.